Uh-oh. And we in there. Peace and love all the guys and goddesses in the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people. How y'all living out there, man? What's busting? Talk to me, huh? What we doing? How we living out there, man? What's up, man? For real, dog. Tell me how y'all living out there, man. Get my crystals over here. Hanging low. Okay. Y'all good? Alright, cool. We good. Hey man, we good over here. You know what I'm talking about? We got a physics teacher that we're about to delve into, and see why he went from a Euclid to a Keter. So I hope everybody good out there, because we got some reality bending going over here. With it being a physics teacher and some reality bending, maybe it's some metaphysics. Maybe it should be metaphysics teacher. I mean, we do have a little numerology there too. And we're dealing with SCP-4769, and that equals 8 when you break it down. Okay, so let's get this thing underway. And we just had the 8 Lionsgate, and the year is 2024, making it add up to an 8 as well. So that's an 888 Lionsgate, right? So the energies kicking, which is feminine in nature, represents the Capricorn. It links to politicians, actors, burial sites, old or haunted houses. It definitely is a nightlife energy, connection to the spirit realm, old souls, evolutionary development, and balance. Okay, you got to balance out the energies, balance out your life, and that's why we do positive and negatives on the numerology when we get into it. We have Dharma and Karma. Dharma being the receiving of the good end, karma being what you put out. You're gonna reap that. You know what I mean? Tenfold, 20-fold, depending on what you did. And then as a message for the 8 energy is stay loyal, firm, and focus on your goals. Okay. So that's an overall, in a sense, of the 8. Well, now we're gonna get to some tidbits of the 8, and then positives and negatives when you're dealing with such energies. And we got greedy, negative first. We got greedy, intense, oppressive, domineering, power hungry, scheming, victim of a tragedy, and fatalistic tendencies. Okay, and then on the positive end, we got philosophical, determined, achieving, authoritative, and what does that say? Little bit of liquid spilled on it. Can you make it out? It looks like there'd be a builder there. So you build, okay? Which is what we've been doing here at the Academy. Academates, salute to you. I know y'all already in the building, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate y'all commenting and sticking by me as we go through the realm of the monsters over here. You know what I mean? Because it does get a little crazy. And yes, we have been making some real deep connections with numerology and these monsters. And some of these people that's been working in the background, dealing with these things, which in a sense, hypothetically, may not be to this extent, but we know it's something behind the veil, right? That we just don't know of just yet. But that is coming. So stay tuned. Discernment and intuition, patience, balance is very much well needed, along with critical thinking. So let's turn on our CT caps and see what we can get here. You know what I mean? So I hope you have what you need, because I do. And without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. Bus. Blue light. Check. Volume. Check.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller.
Dr. Miller.
And the SCP were...
What in the... Shallow Law, I'm sorry. I didn't say nothing. I didn't mention y'all just to go around. But hello, how are you?
We're going to be looking at today is SCP-4769. Object Class, Keter, previously Euclid. Special containment procedures.
That's what we have.
SCP-4769 is to be contained in a standard containment cell in a permanent state of unconsciousness with cameras, heart rate monitors, and brainwave mapping equipment to be monitored by no less than 3 Level 4 Foundation personnel at all times. The subject is to be kept permanently engaged within an advanced simulation achieved through the direct stimulation of the optical nerves and the prefrontal cortex of the brain.
Meaning they got his conscience.
A highly modified Cray supercomputer is utilized in the simulation of the containment environment. All hardware relating to the simulation of SCP-4769's containment environment is to be kept at a temperature below 190 degrees Celsius using a constant flow of liquid nitrogen. Upon fortnightly maintenance procedures, SCP-4769 is to be placed into a strong-induced coma, and temperatures are to be increased to -50 degrees Celsius to allow technicians to survey the system for signs of disrepair and clear out debris which may impact the functioning of the device. Due to SCP-4769's abnormally high levels of brain activity, sedative effectiveness is reduced to a time span of roughly 3 hours. Consciousness of the subject is not deemed to be an immediate threat. However, this should be actively avoided to maintain the immersion of SCP-4769 within the simulation. Description: SCP-4769 is a Class 4 reality bender with the appearance of an adult East Indian male, estimated to be around 50 to 60 years old, with an average body build and receding gray hair. Subject appears to be biologically human, yet does not require any form of sustenance to live. Prior to containment following Incident 4769-1, subject was found to be actively employed at university as a physics lecturer, and self-identifies as such. However, individuals found to have interacted with SCP-4769, which were interviewed uniformly, could not recall how or when SCP-4769 came to become a lecturer, its name, or if the subject entered or exited the premises at any point in time. Students directly taught frequently by SCP-4769 exhibited no anomalous or particularly strange traits of their own other than a relative lack of knowledge in physics-related subjects compared to other classes. Interviewees were administered Class B amnestics and released back into the public. SCP-4769 appears to have control over its perceived reality and is able to manipulate the physical properties of space around it in an undefined radius. Observation has revealed the subject's anomalous abilities are only activated through vocalization or written words. Subject seems oblivious to its anomalous abilities, even after their effects cause drastic alteration to its surroundings. SCP-4769 appears to be invulnerable to the effects of its own manipulation. However, it can be harmed directly by external forces. All attempts of photography of SCP-4769 have turned out heavily degraded, which Dr. Hopper theorizes may be a passive effect of the subject's reality manipulation and linked to its anti-memetic effects on individuals which it has interacted with. SCP-4769 rests in a dormant state during times outside of its teaching schedule, a time frame between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. During this dormant state, SCP-4769 is inattentive and extremely hard to coerce into talking unless the topic of the conversation is somewhat physics-orientated. SCP-4769 has displayed doctorate-level knowledge within classical mechanics, thermodynamics, relativity, electronics, quantum mechanics, and astrophysics. However, it lacks a basic understanding of virtually anything else. Attempts to stop SCP-4769 from discussing or writing about physics-related topics has resulted in SCP-4769 discussing these subjects far more vigorously than if left to its normal teaching schedule. As such, preventing SCP-4769 from speaking about physics is strictly prohibited to prevent unnecessary simulation resets. Addendum: SCP-4769, Dr. Hopper's subject discovery and containment. SCP-4769 was discovered by Foundation personnel after news of extreme slipperiness had caused sudden wide-scale car crashes on the road. Mobile Task Force Beta 23, Crowbar, was deployed to stabilize the situation and identify the cause of the anomaly. SCP-4769 was found in the center of the radius of the effect, absent-mindedly teaching a group of students. SCP-4769 acknowledged Foundation personnel and was compliant in its capture, if not mildly annoyed for disturbing others' learning. SCP-4769 was transported for interrogation at site with no incident. Later analysis of the lecture revealed that the subject had neglected to account for friction within a hypothetical scenario involving the kinematics of a car on the affected nearby road. After presenting this to SCP-4769 and highlighting the error, it proceeded to correct the equation, restoring road to its previous state. SCP-4769's object class was reclassified from Euclid to Keter by Dr. Hopper. This was a lot worse than we could have imagined. This idiot makes a single mistake and we're done. Dr. Hopper. All civilians involved in the incident were administered Class A amnestics, and a cover story involving a sudden sleep buildup in a freak snowstorm was dispersed. Interview log. First interview with SCP-4769. Interviewed, SCP-4769. Interviewer, Dr. Hopper. First interview with SCP-4769. Interview conducted by Dr. Hopper in a mobile interrogation vehicle after first encounter at Begin log, 1843 hours.
Hello, 4769. Please call me Reg. Unfortunately, I must refer to you as SCP-4769 as per Foundation regulations.
SCP-4769 diverts gaze from Dr. Hopper to the wall behind Dr. Hopper.
Are you okay to proceed with this interview? Yes. As I was saying, my name is Dr. H. Can you tell us how you got here? I don't know. What were you doing?
SCP-4769's gaze drifts onto Dr. Hopper's watch.
4769? Teaching. And what is it you teach exactly? Physics. Although I can teach maths pretty well too. Also, can draw pretty well, but sometimes I can get carried away. I completely lost last examination's results that way.
SCP-4769 again slips into a state of inattentiveness, seemingly reminiscing of the act.
Are you aware of what happened today?
SCP-4769 retains its state of inattentiveness.
SCP-4769, it's sir to you, young man. Do not answer questions when you have not been asked. It really slows down the lesson. If everybody asked a question instead of listening to what I say the first time... Okay, we get it. Somebody please shut him up. Yes, 3 milliliters of midazolam should be fine. We're done here.
End log, 1858 hours. SCP-4769 continued rambling about classroom etiquette.
One thing. Oh, I got other things that I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get on. But one thing. If you're still in school, ask every question. Treat everything you hear with extreme scrutiny. If you ain't in school, treat everything you hear with extreme scrutiny. Question it, please. Because that's how they throw one right over your head and you just take it in for face value. Teachers like that, y'all need to cut it out. That is not helping. We should be able to ask questions. That's how we learn. Perhaps we want to know for our reasons. Just answer the question. You are the teacher. You should have the answers. If we're not able to ask questions, then what the hell are we doing? Suppose you're wrong. Now we only have your wrongness to go on. Or whoever wrote the curriculum. does the person no good, right? The student does us no good, right? Okay, just saying.
Naked for the following 7 minutes before succumbing to the effects of the sedative and falling unconscious. Interview terminated. Excerpt from document 4769 Alpha, Dr. Hopper's simulation observation log. SCP-4769 observation log 12, 0912-2000. Location: simulated high school classroom. Cause: subject misspells spectra, S-P-E-C-T-R-A, as spectra, S-P-E-K-T-R-A. Area of effect: 200-meter radius. Effect: spelling in dictionaries altered to match SCP-4769's assertion. Containment action: simulation reset by on-hand staff under the supervision of Dr. Hopper. SCP-4769 Observation Log 79, 1202-2000. Location: simulated high school classroom. Cause: subject asserts that objects of exactly equal mass cancel each other's gravity out. Area of effect: observable universe. Effect: simulation freezes. Several components of the Cray supercomputer heat up drastically and risk destruction before simulation is reset. Containment action: sedative administered. Simulation reset by Dr. Hopper. Cray supercomputer components upgraded to mostly be composed with a tantalum carbide and tungsten composite material. Additional temperature regulation cores installed within critical areas of the supercomputer. SCP-4769 Observation Log 103, 0310-2000. Location: simulated university lecture hall. Cause: subject accidentally labeled the gravitational acceleration on Earth at sea level was 98 milliseconds minus 2 in a lecture. Area of effect: Earth. Effect: everything on Earth is exposed to the new gravitational acceleration of 98.0 milliseconds minus 2 and is compacted accordingly. Earth is reduced to a radius of kilometers. Containment action: sedative administered. Due to the strain on the simulation hardware caused by a fundamental rewrite to the physics engine, additional cores were added to the central processing unit to increase computational power. SCP-4769 Observation Log 117, 0705-2000. Location: simulated high school classroom. Cause: lightspeed incorrectly asserted by subject. Area of effect: undefined. Effect: simulation device experiences catastrophic failure. Ceases function. Subject wakes up from comatose state. Containment action: subject issued with sedative. Simulation now programmed to reset immediately upon mention of lightspeed. Investigation into utilizing SCP-866 as a more effective means of simulation. Excerpt from document 4769 Beta, Dr. Hopper's simulation experimentation log. SCP-4769's ability to manipulate the laws of physics could prove to be a useful tool to better understand the laws which define our universe. The magnitude of scientific discovery possible which could aid the Foundation and humanity as a whole is simply too great to pass up. Permission to run experiments within SCP-4769 simulation requested. Dr. Hopper. Testing approved by O5 Command on 11/08/2000. Dr. Hopper modifies the simulation to allow communication between himself and the subject through the avatar of a simulated student. Simulation reset after each test. Test 1. SCP-4769 is suggested to draw a diagram for a hypothetical situation where the Sun is compressed into a black hole. Result: planetary orbits remain unchanged. After 8 minutes and 20 seconds, sunlight ceases. Results matched our calculations perfectly. Continue with testing. Dr. Hopper. Test 2. SCP-4769 is suggested to conduct an experiment where the efficiency of a DC motor is set to 110%. Result: DC motor appears to spin indefinitely and generates electricity without an external power source. Really excited about this next one. This could be the breakthrough we've been waiting for. Dr. Hopper. Test 3. SCP-4769 is suggested to draw a diagram of a sustainable fusion reactor. Result. SCP-4769 drew a crude, childlike sketch of the outside of the reactor. When asked to draw the insides, SCP-4769 drew a model depicting 2 helium atoms undergoing fusion into a hydrogen atom. Cheeky Dr. Hopper. Test 4. SCP-4769 is asked about what would happen if the temperature of water were to decrease to 0.000001 Kelvin, then briefly to absolute 0 Kelvin 2 seconds later, returning to greater than 0 Kelvin at the 5-second mark. Dr. Hopper specifically refers the hypothetical scenario to a 250 milliliter beaker filled with water to demonstrate its effects practically. The beaker was suspended 7 meters above the ground by a clamp sitting atop a table to best observe predicted effects. Result. The hydrogen lost all viscosity and became a superfluid, immediately sinking through the pores of the borosilicate glass, calculated to have an average diameter of around 0.92 micrometers, and continued sinking through otherwise impermeable material. The oxygen briefly transformed into a liquid state, then a solid, taking on a blue-tinted cubic crystalline form. The surrounding atoms coalesced together into a Bose-Einstein condensate, the atoms of the oxygen, hydrogen, and their surroundings becoming indistinguishable. At exactly 2 seconds into the experiment, both the solid and the liquid became suspended in place, with 0 movement detected from even a molecular level. All affected matter simultaneously became to the human eye. Simulation records affected atoms from test as far light years from point of experiment at the 6-second mark. Was found in, seemingly, into a state of simulation reaches a critical temperature of degrees Celsius before reset at 6.3 seconds. We still aren't quite sure what we just observed. I don't think that was meant to be observed. I'm beginning to think there is a reason absolute 0 isn't possible according to our laws of physics. Dr. Hopper. Test 5. SCP-4769 is suggested to divide a number by 0. Result. Supercomputer ceases operation immediately. I really don't know what I thought was going to happen with that one. Still, we can improve from here on. Dr. Hopper. Testing ceased as ordered by O5 Command. Recall Protocol. In the event of a containment breach, subject is to be carefully escorted into a temporary containment chamber and administered sedatives. Due to the
Black hole? Maybe?
the oblivious nature of the subject, there is no immediate threat. It is advised that the subject is immersed in the simulation as soon as possible to avoid distress. Should the subject be uncooperative, the subject is to be sedated and re-immersed in the simulation immediately. Notes: SCP-4769 is beginning to show signs of remembering pieces of information from past simulation resets, expressing increasing levels of bewilderment and déjà vu. He's learning. Simulation resets are to be kept at a minimum from now on. Dr. Hopper. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, look, black, something like a black hole. You feel me? Something like a black hole. Like, I'm just trying to like, whoa, like, it's like, man, what just, I could picture their faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, what just happened? Like, what was that? That's crazy, bro. I don't know what the Indian dude is into, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where him come from. I don't know what he got going on, but they sure enough snatched his ass up. I can tell you that. But they don't plan on letting you go no time soon. But anyway, check it out though, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, What y'all think about it? Because we definitely hit some, like, we was all over the boards on this one with the points, man. You feel me? We got the positive side and the negative side. We definitely got that spirit realm and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Like the evolutionary development and balance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And boy, they determined. Like they definitely determined. You know what I'm saying? To achieving the goal of reality bending. They want to be able to do that. I mean, man, in the wrong hands, that could go bad. That's like what was that, like Kingpin? What the Kingpin was doing? You know what I'm saying? With the Spider-Verse, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could, in the wrong hands, boy, that could be bad. Hey, but man, did y'all see this? Did y'all see the thing pop up in my pewter, man? I'm like, pewter? Like, what? You feel me? Shout out, man. What's up, man? Holla at me. What's wrong with y'all, man? We listen. We just trying to see who the physics teacher is. That's it. We ain't doing nothing. No harm, no foul, right? We ain't doing nothing, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to do this? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to be over here trying to psycho crush my stuff, man? Why, I mean, you feel me? Like, that ain't cool. See, Academy Mates, that's why I humbly request that you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? No pressure still, of course. And, you know, at one point, I wasn't even requesting it because it's like, it really ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to do what I got to do. And, you know, until it's time to, you feel me? Hallelujah, you feel me? Then we can get that some shout out law. But right now, man, y'all stay out my pewter, man. Leave my pewter alone. Pewter ain't did nothing to y'all. You feel me? That's my Jarvis over there, man. Y'all, you know what I'm talking about? Leave my bro alone, man. He ain't did nothing. He been with me for a good little minute. You know what I'm saying? We done made some beautiful musics together. And now we making these beautiful YouTube videos together. You feel me? We got the Academy out there. Salute to y'all again. You know what I'm saying? For joining me. If you're new, salute to you. If you're stuck through, you feel me? Because this is how we do. We bring numerology, we bring etymology, and we get up on these SCPs, and we get on that ace card like, you feel me? And we cross-reference from this realm to this realm, and we see what they over here hiding. And we done found a lot of stuff that they hide. And I don't sway nobody's minds to believe whatever the hell they want to believe. That's on you. You feel me? I just ask that you do your due diligence and you keep your critical thinking on. And keep your head on the swivel. And don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. And don't let the world drive you crazy. That's the stuff that we implore. You know what I'm talking about? That and nothing else. You feel me? Everything else is uncivilized unless you want to get behind it. I'm trying to get behind it because you feel me? There's some stuff going on beneath, you know what I'm saying? And they be doing this a whole lot, as you see. People be getting, what they call it? I like to call it neuralized, man. You know what I'm talking about? Lobotomies and stuff. You feel me? A whole bunch of that going down. You feel me? A whole bunch of people getting amnesticized and stuff. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Let people know what they gonna know, see what they seen. You feel me? Like I said, if just bring it on out, we can all get down. You know what I'm saying? And we can see what's going on. And perhaps we can stop some of this stuff. You feel me? But y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, keep things a secret because, you know, you're power hungry. You're always scheming. You know what I'm saying? You want to be oppressive, just like old buddy was. He was, you know what I'm saying, as a physics teacher in class, he was being oppressive. Don't be asking questions. It's like, dude, if you don't shut your face, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? As a student, I got to ask questions. If I don't ask questions, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get something wrong out here. Boy, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be teaching. Matter of fact, we need to switch seats, motherfucker, because you over here, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a lot of that going on. You feel me? Even some of my teachers was on that bullshit right there. You feel me? And I felt the same way then as I feel now. You feel me? So, it's like, it's not cool. So, if you're a teacher, I hope you ain't one of them. Don't be one of them, because we don't need you. You feel me? We don't need you. Because when you take away our right to ask questions, you take away our right to have free will. You know what I'm saying? You take away choices. You feel me? You like, come on, man. What we doing? But yeah, you know what that sound like? It sounds just like exactly how it sounds is exactly what it is. And that's how it be right in your face. You know what I'm saying? And critical thinking and just having just a simple discussion about certain things. It brings the simplicity out of something that was just smothered in nonsense. And we just gotta chew the meat and spit the bone and pass the plate. You feel me? And hopefully people don't get greedy and domineering. You know what I'm saying? Then they play the victim of tragedy. You know what I'm saying? They played the victim, but really not. You know what I'm saying? Really, they really the attacker, and that's just what it is, y'all. So y'all keep y'all head on that swivel, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be good out there. Don't forget to join me again. We shall return. You know what I mean? This is Academy 7. So you know what I'm talking about. If you got the time, you know what I'm saying? Come through at 7. You know what I feel me? And we gonna get it busting again. Peace.